Welcome back, everybody, to Interceptor chats about Final Fantasy while playing Final Fantasy X-2. A strange but enjoyable member of the Final Fantasy team. We have to get everybody into good classes. I haven't figured out, or rather, I haven't remembered how to do that out of battle yet. I'll remember one day. But you see, I'm changing job classes, and I thought today I'd just have a brief chat about job classes and what some of my favorites are. I've talked a little, and aside, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what day it is. No, it's not quite that bad. But it's almost the weekend when I'm recording this. It will be the weekend when you're watching this. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I'm going to be traveling, but hopefully I will get to my location easily, and next Sunday I can tell you what a great trip I had. But enjoy the weekend. Hopefully, if it is spring where you are, you're having a lovely spring. If it is fall where you are, shout out to any Southern Hemisphere watchers. I hope that you're having a lovely fall and that your winter is joyful. Anyway, a couple weeks ago, I raised the question of which Final Fantasy to start with. And one of the determining factors of which Final Fantasy to start with is what are your feelings about job classes? Because different games have different emphases, shall we say. So in Final Fantasy X, this game's prequel, it's not really a prequel, it's just the game that came before, but if this is a sequel, that makes the other one a prequel, right? Anyway. Terms. Hey, it's some treasure chest. Lots of treasure chest. In 10, there are no
afraid not.
job classes defined. You
what sphere were you looking
do
for?
get to walk around a sphere grid and increase your character's stats, but in the original version,
Oh, your brother.
the paths were pretty set. So Yuna was going on the White Mage path. Auron was going on the Samurai. Sorry if I hit that. On the Samurai path. Kimahri, the Blue Magic. Riku, the Thief. Lulu, the Black Magic. Actually, Kimahri was on no path. Kimahri was the most worthless in the original way the sphere grid was done. But anyway. So in some games, you don't have to pay too much attention to job classes. You just keep letting your character progress. But in other games, like this one, you can change your job class a lot. And you need to, depending on the circumstance, depending on the battle. And there are lots of really cool job classes in Final Fantasy. Since the series started, shall we say, in the vein of being like Dungeons and Dragons, it wanted that experience in a video game. It put a lot of emphasis on some of the traditional classes like Fighter, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage, Red Mage, Monk? Or I guess it was called Black Belt then. I'm not sure what other classes that might be it for the first clip. and you choose what for. Oh, sorry about that.
That's right, Dad.
I should probably not record late at night.
Just how am I
Actually, no,
supposed
I
to
just yawn a
pull it
lot
together?
sometimes.
Sure wish I had
I swear, I
something
get
to
plenty
go
of
by,
sleep.
you know?
I swear, I take care of my body. Anyway. So I pulled up the Final Fantasy Wikia to run through what are the
we'll be back
recurring
soon.
job classes. Most of them I won't really say much about. I'm just going to give you the list here. But after I've done that, I wanted to give you all just my thoughts on what some of my favorite job classes are, because I like the really random ones. So you're not going to hear a lot about knights on mine. But the recurring job classes are, I don't think I can read and continue this plot point. I know everything. I don't want to create any creatures, you weird kid.
Give it up.
Seriously. Oh. Everybody on this board, on this ship, other than Buddy, is weird. Alright, let's do it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So these are all the places. Oh, it's a 4 stars. That sounds really hard. And let's go anyway. What's the worst that can happen? Let's do it. Anyway. So the recurring job classes are arcanist? Arcan? I mean, because it's arcane. And someone who uses the arcane. So it must be an arcanist. Anyway. Archer. Bows and arrows. Got it. Assassin. I love assassins, but they're not my top. Astrologer. I don't think I know astrologers. That might be something that's in 11 and 14. Yeah, 14 tactics, bravely second. Yeah. I don't know much about. Why are these people here? So, Bard, of course. Okay. Beastmaster, Berserker, Bishop, Black Belt, Black Mage, Blue Mage, Cannoneer, Chemist, Dancer, Dark Knight, Dragoon, Elementalist, Equilibrium. Some of these I've never heard of because they're from like Tactics and 14. Freelancer, Flintlock. Sorry, these people are being really strange. Oh, apparently I can't go that way. Whatever. Flintlock, Gambler, Geomancer, Gladiator, Gunner, Holy Knight. Oh, Isaru. I'm gonna pay attention to this because I really like Isaru. Hi, Isaru. Of course I remember.
It's good to see you again, Isaru.
I'm honored that you remember me.
You tried to kill me once.
Why are you here?
Ah, yes. I've been helping Sid with his work.
What is Sid doing here?
Look at me.
I guide people through Xanarkand. Once the most
Anyway,
sacred of places.
other classes.
People come from all over
Gunner,
Spira.
Holy
Spira
Knight,
hunters too.
Knight, Knight of Hetro,
Oh.
Machinist, Magus, Merchant, Mime,
The heck
Monk.
is Pop thinking?
Apparently Monk and
I
Black
can
Belt are
see
different.
This is upsetting you.
Moogle Knight,
But
Mystic
this is a
Knight,
place of great
Ninja,
historical importance for
Necromancer,
all of Spira.
Onion Knight, Oracle, Orator, Paladin,
Still.
Paravir, Puppet Master, Ranger, Ravenger, Red Mage, Ruin Knight, Sage, Samurai, Scholar, Seer, Sentinel, Sky Pirate,
Nothing.
Soldier, Squire, Summoner, Sword Saint,
If you say
Templar,
so.
Thief, Time Mage, Trickster, Viking Warrior,
be getting to
and
work now.
White
Please,
Mage.
take care, you know.
All the basic classes. Oh, look, the group's all gone. So, obviously, each job class has its own strengths and weaknesses. Some of them, as I mentioned, I am not familiar with because they are in games I haven't played. So, sorry if I don't talk about your favorite job class. And please leave a comment below with what your favorite job classes are. But mine from this list, I'll just go in alphabetical order so I don't miss it. Number 1 is Gambler. I
You ready?
love
What was
the
clue
Gambler
again?
class. And I didn't actually realize this for a while.
Key.
But
All right. Let's head
in
out.
6,
Yes,
when I
sir.
played it with my brother, I mostly played the character Sabin to do his blitzes, Mog to do his dances, and feeds prowl, so don't forget to stop. What a fabulous idea! Mog and Setzer. Those were my favorite characters. I have 50 potions? Wow. In Final Fantasy VIII, my favorite characters are, well, I love actually most characters in 8, but Selphie is one of my spirit animals. And in 7, probably one of the only characters I did like, sorry, 7 fans, but I really like Kate Sith. And it came to my notice that, hey, guess what? All these characters, Setzer, Selphie, and Kate Sith, are all gamblers. And that's something I really like about them. I like that they totally have their little dice, and you never kind of know what you're going to do. I really like the Gambler class. I think it's a lot of fun, especially for the overdrives and whatnot. I always gamble. In video games, not in real life, frankly. I am not, in fact, addicted to gambling. Although I have been successful at it before. I have no strong feelings, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a poison silence. So there's just something fun about gamblers.
Which way? That way.
When it comes to other classes I really like, in a similar vein, geomancers. Apparently, I like not having control in games. Apparently, I like to just see what happens. Because, oh, that's not what I wanted to hit. Because something with both gamblers and geomancers is you don't actually know what's going to happen. It could be really good, or it could actually kill your entire party. Only time will tell. And for some reason that just entertains me. And usually it's worth the risk, because usually gamblers and geomancers can do a lot of damage. How do I use it on all? There we go. So, gamblers and geomancers. And I will say, I was never fully aware of geomancers until I played Final Fantasy III. Because Final Fantasy III, they are a marked job class. But as I mentioned, one of my other favorite characters in 6 is Mog. And Mog is a geomancer because he learns the dances and does the special attacks through that. And that was one of my favorite parts of Final Fantasy. Just having him dance and see what happens. That's how I do things. That's how I play these games. It adds to the fun, I promise. Other than that, I feel like there was probably one more. but maybe not. Those are definitely the two that are most fun. I do like that Puppet Master is on this list because that was a class I really liked in Ogre Battle. I'm terrible at Ogre Battle, but I like having a little puppet to do my bidding. Cracks me up. Which is probably one reason why I like attacking with Lulu in Final Fantasy X, because she just sends a little puppet to kick whoever it is. I like the more obscure classes as well. I was not paying attention, and that was a mistake. Where's my white mage? Anyway. You know, so I like doing things like being a ninja, being a samurai, being a scholar when I can. They're not well, ninja and samurai are actually quite useful. Scholar, yeah, not really the most useful. But when it comes to favorite classes that actually are able to reliably do work, are reliably useful, my favorite class is the Red Mage. You have to love the Red Mage. Some of it I love for the outfit. They have that cool red jacket and the fancy red hat with the feather. Totally love it. Totally my style. So I love Red Mages for their fashion. But they are also extremely useful in battle and being able to use both magic and swords. So to me, they're kind of the best of both worlds, because it can be kind of scary to use just a mage, because mages are so sensitive. And by sensitive, obviously, I mean they die easily. And things that die easily and I don't usually get along, because I'm kind of scatterbrained and not always very nice to my characters. So it definitely helps when they are, you know, able to take a little bit of a beating. And so Red Mage for me there. Most of the other classes I'm fine with. They have their uses. They're cool looking.
Believe in the light.
I will say that Thief, even though I'm having Riku be a thief here, sometimes can be a little bit obnoxious, just because oops, I need to run. I don't think I'm ready for this dungeon. That's just my opinion, but I think it's the correct one. So we're just gonna leave and go to the save point and do something different next time, because we're almost done here. I will say, so even though I have Riku being a thief, she is my thief character, how shall I say, I prefer thieves in theory more than in practice. In this game, it's actually pretty good, but sometimes thieves don't actually steal very well. Riku is doing a great job, so I'm letting her stay as a thief. But, for example, Locke in Final Fantasy VI, I just felt that for a world-renowned treasure hunter, he did not steal nearly often enough. And that was frustrating. So, things like Thief can get on my nerves because they should be able to steal. They just should. But like I said at the beginning of this episode, leave a comment, let me know what your favorite job classes are. I would love to hear. Certainly different games have different experiences with them. In 6 and 8, the jobs were pretty much set. 4 as well. But in 10-2, 1, 2, well, no, not 2. 1, 3, 5, you get to do what you want with the dress spheres, with the job classes. So Final Fantasy really lets you experiment. So let me know what experiments work well for you, what's worked badly for you, and what you like doing, even though it might not be the smartest thing. Geomancers. Geomancers. I love them. Never gonna stop using them. Anyway, that's enough for this episode. Thanks for listening to me ramble for a bit. I hope you come back and check out next week where I talk about something else having to do with Final Fantasy. Until then, have a really good week. Interceptor out.